Blackstone presents Leonardo da Vinci, Pathfinder of Science, by Henry S. Gillette. This book is read by Margaret Wakeley. Introduction. Within the confines of these few pages, many facets of Leonardo's extraordinary personality are missing. That he was an artist, a man of letters, a poet, and a philosopher are well known. That he was also a man of humor, as well as a prophet whose vision extended far beyond his times, are facts also included in this biography. There are many gaps in the collective knowledge of his life, and these have sometimes been filled with the author's imagination to give some continuity to his story. Little is known of his early days, his period of travels after leaving Milan, and his years in Rome. There is, too, a certain mystery in his relations to those around him, and the descriptions of him derive mostly from his often cryptic personal notes, and from biographers who wrote of him many years after he had died. This book is about Leonardo the scientist, and to fully write of his many accomplishments would require an encyclopedic mind. The author's intent was to extract the essence of his story in the hopes that it would arouse the enthusiasm of a reader to further their interest in those other, more fully documented books, and, above all, in the notebooks that Leonardo himself wrote. Chapter 1. The Shield. Dusk was beginning to gather in the valley at the foot of Monte Albano as young Leonardo turned toward home. Stopping by a rushing stream to wash the dust of the day's explorations from his face, he laid aside his cap and his leather pouch and plunged his hands into the cold mountain water. He felt the force of the current and watched the whirl and flow of bubbles around his bare arms. There was the same feeling, he thought, to the flow of air he had experienced blowing around the rocky crags of the mountains. This evening, however, there was no time to sit a while and think. He was in a hurry to get home. Hastily scooping the water in his cupped palms, he splashed it over his head and face. Then, shaking the water from his hair, he rose and picked up his cap. He took a satisfied look in his pouch, slung it over his shoulder, and headed down the stony trail to the village.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?